Hi friends, here I am with a case study of information technology at ICICI Bank. Through ICICI is the second largest bank in India, it is credited with being the pioneer in using information technology to reshape its businesses. ICICI Bank was started as a subsidiary of the Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, and later the parent company was merged into this ICICI Bank. In 2016, ICICI Bank had about 4,400 branches and over 14,000 automated teller machines or ATMs all over the India. It was the largest Indian private sector bank with assets of over 7.2 trillion rupees. It also had a presence in over 19 countries. It offered a wide range of banking services from retail and commercial banking to insurance and microfinance. When ICICI started out in the 1950s, it was a public sector bank owned by the government. And at that time, its main business was that with commercial firms. It was designated as a development bank and was meant to serve only commercial organizations, not individual consumers. When the emphasis of the Indian economy changed in 1991, following large-scale privatization and liberalization, ICICI felt the urgency to change too. Its core business clients were not doing very well at that time, and also because of increased competition, they were struggling a lot. So ICICI decided to extend banking services to individual consumers through services such as retail banking, home loans, car loans, and other similar type of services. It did not have any prior experience of catering to an individual's banking need, nor did it have trained personnel who could work in such choice. At a time in mid-90s, the choice for the CEO of ICICI Bank was KV Kamath, and it was very clear. So Kamath decided to leverage their core competency, that is, the ability to use information technology. Kamath said that he had seen how startups in Silicon Valley were using information technology to bring new and daring products and services to markets in just a short span of time. So, following a similar strategy, ICICI Bank had started rolling out information technology-based banking products and such as online trading, online banking, and ATMs. At that time, only a handful of multinational banks provided online banking services, and there were very few ATMs in the country. Kamath's plan did not include an information system department or a CIO. He wanted IT to be embedded in every business so that the business head would manage the technology to control the answering and could ensure Kamath set a small term of relatively young people. They reported directly to him and were responsible for recommending technology solutions and making high-level plans. As their entire business revolved around information technology, Kamath felt that it was the CEO who had to bear this responsibility. So, in the new scheme of things, Kamath took the highest responsibility for the functioning of the technology on his own shoulders. ICICI Bank adopted an open and decentralized policy where they stayed away from large mainframe computers to which they would have a lock-in and relied on a smaller function-based computing architecture. The policy helped them upgrade at low cost and also remain largely free from long-term commitments. Furthermore, this policy enabled them to reduce cost of technology, also technology implementation, to a fraction of what their industry rivals like other banks had spent on technology. But they faced many challenges at the time of rolling out ATMs across the country. The ATM technology was new, network connectivity was not very good. It was hard to sustain. Electricity was not essentially available, and the machines were located in places where they had to survive harsh weather conditions. In some cases, they provided three levels of redundancy for network connectivity. For network connectivity to ATMs, like satellite links, dial-up lines, and a line leased from local telecommunication provider. ICICI Bank had a very fast turnaround time for the rollout at about 3 ATMs machines per day or about 1,000 a year. Besides the ATM rollout speed, they also wanted 99% uptime for ATMs, so their technology planning and execution had to be very high. It required a lot of effort also. It also relied on outsourcing their technology implementation tasks to vendors for their core banking application. They selected Infosys Corporation products Finacle. This application allowed them to integrate almost all their services in one technology solution that could then be scaled according to their needs and growth. This application could manage internet banking, brokerage, insurance, credit cards, and SMS alerts, and also the call center facility for its consumers. With this solution in place, ICICI Bank was able to process many of its services electronically instead of handling them manually. The increase in both speed and accuracy of such processing allowed them to scale dramatically, adding millions of clients to their customers base annually. Between years 2000 and 2004, the traffic at the ICICI Bank branches declined significantly, whereas the ATM transactions or the internet-based transactions and call center-based transactions increased significantly. So ICICI Bank also partnered with other vendors to build key applications. Their emphasis was it partnered with Symantec Corporation and because it insisted on 99.99% availability for storage server. They also wanted the application to blend well with their existing software and hardware and also able to scale. They implemented a disaster recovery unit for their operations, which is a site that keeps the backup of all of their data in a safe environment. And this backup facility is around 800 kilometers away from their headquarters. So this backup unit stores hundreds of gigabytes of data every month on the remote storage facility. So it can be used in emergency purposes or some disaster purposes or in some disaster situations. So by this case study, we can understand how information technology is important for banks such as ICICI Bank. Friends, in next video we will talk about a different case study for this video. Thank you.